Hey, good morning and welcome to another beautiful week on your one-stop family breakfast show. This is an absolute pleasure.
Yes, indeed it is.
Mary standing right there with us. How's it going, darling?
Hey. We are okay.
I'm trying to be in my gangster mode today. Yeah,
Really?
because of DMX. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I
don't
know.
mess with me. Yeah, stop. Drop. Yeah, like, okay, maybe you should just take this shot away from me.
Maybe not now, but we'll talk about that
No,
soon.
I can't wait to talk about DMX. He's a legend.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Well,
officially a legend.
you guys are officially welcome. It's the first day of the week here for a Monday. It is Wake Up Nigeria. You guys make our every effort worth it, and that's why we are here after the weekend. Hey, it takes quite a while to plunge into and get started with a spirit-filled enthusiasm, let's put it so, for the weekend. We are here to give you that starter pack.
Now, it's okay if you don't feel it right now. Early hours of the morning on a Monday, we get it. But it definitely gets better as the day progresses, especially since we're right here to make it painless by taking that first step with you.
Yes, indeed. We like to start our hours very brightly. So you just stay focused on one thing at a time. Write a list, stick to that plan, and most importantly, make sure your goals are within reach. Don't do it. You know, just.
Man, it's April, Mazino. It's April.
I know.
Like,
it's the middle of April. Well, in 2 days it's going to be.
Goodness
We're
me.
excited about it.
Yeah.
Are you? It's a Monday, and we will like to begin with a brand new perspective and the right spark. My name is, of course, Mazino Phil.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Remember, you can use that hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the show. A big shout out to our e-community, all of you streaming online as well.
Thank you, everybody who's on Facebook checking us out right from the start of the day. Remember, you can also watch us on there on Facebook, and also if you download the app on Google Play Store or iOS, you can do so as well.
We implore you, follow us across all social media platforms. Talking about Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course it's at TVC Connect. Now, for what we have lined up for you.
All right, so everyone needs some form of motivation on a Monday to kickstart the week. We are joined with Oladipupo Clement, a global investor and trusted wealth creator and retention coach with a career spanning over 2 decades. Today he will be talking to us about living above financial pressure.
Now, art is a big part of our culture. It shapes our ideas. It provides us with this deeper understanding of our emotional selves, awareness, and of course much more. Today, we have something on spoon artistry. You have to stick around to find out what I'm talking about. And coming up with an electrifying musical performance is Afropop and Afro dancehall act Oguntade Samuel, popularly known as SOS.
And finally, on SME, we will have Julius Iyohije of LVI Arts Gallery and Cultural Nexus, an indigenous Nigerian company documenting, promoting, and trading, developing contemporary Nigerian artworks, and also showcasing its rich cultural heritage. Julius will be joining us for a chat here on Wake Up Nigeria.
And then, of course, to borrow Mazino's voice, we'll also be talking about DMX right now.
Don't you just love my voice? Admit it.
Very unique voices are
But
hard to come by.
not half as good as DMX.
Exactly. His voice is just something
Unique.
you would know if he
Yes,
walked
indeed.
into a room, if he said something online or on radio. Whenever he just spoke, you just knew it was him.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
about this because he passed away over the
Last
weekend.
Friday.
And unlike most deaths, we're celebrating this. Everybody seems to have a very pleasant memory of either growing up and vibing to their tracks, to his track, or one thing or the other. For me, it was the first 2 albums, especially Then There Was X. I don't know if you know that very well, but that was the start of my rebellion.
And you know something? He's the only rapper in history that his first 5 albums made it, as in they were debuted #1.
But
He's the only rapper, like Jay-Z, Eminem, the rest, they are yet to break that record. And apart from that, besides the fact that he also went platinum, did you know that he actually started a group with Jay-Z and Jaro?
Which one was that?
Yeah.
What?
3 of them actually started Murder Inc.
Oh,
That was the
Murder
name
Inc.
of their group. And afterwards, what caused their feud was internal differences between he and Jay-Z. And then he was now mad at Jaru for years because Jaru started using his style. You know, notice sometimes you get
So when it comes to rap and music, nobody can rival you in terms of facts, statistics. So we just want to be like...
I'm actually a huge fan of DMX, and well, I'm hoping we can talk about Prince Phillip in the next
one
yes,
as well.
of course, yes.
I wanted to say that I was just thankful that DMX knew God and knew God well. And everybody online that I follow online has been mentioning the fact that he's in a better place, you know, that he's happier. And he used to infuse a lot about how much he loves God in his music. But just
can you hum one of his songs?
Oh.
Me? Yes. You the chorus. Are you ready? I think he's ready. Okay, you are ready. Give it
la 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 la
Pressure.
You don't know that one?
Which
That was with Cisco.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to hum. I'm going to say the most iconic line that I ever heard in any album, and it was not even a song.
Which one?
It was each time a skit came on, and it was, let us pray.
Yes. Yeah, Lord.
So,
Lord, give me a sign. Lord, give me a sign was 2006.
It was so big.
My gosh. Wow.
Yeah, what a weekend it was. While I was grieving DMX, my father was grieving for
Prince Phillip. I said it that we're going to talk about that in the second hour. But for now, let me just say, ain't no sunshine when it's on. Woo!
Welcome for our Monday morning here. First hour, let's do the news. Now we begin with the continuous efforts to tackle the rising insecurity affecting all parts of the country. Governors of Southeast states have established a regional security outfit named the EBU-BEAGU, that is Ebubuagu, to oversee the activities of the vigilante groups and tackle insecurities in the region. Now, the decision was reached yesterday during a regional security meeting in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Prince Uba has detailed in the report. Now, we will like to warn that, or unfortunately, that we cannot take this package at this time. Moving on now. Let's move on to Ondo State, where armed robbers have killed 2 security guards employed to protect a petrol station in Akure. The robbers were said to have struck at the newly established petrol station. According to a supervisor in the station, Buhari Ashiru, the victims were found at about 5:30 a.m. yesterday when staff resumed duty. In another development, 3 persons have died and 3 others sustained injuries in an accident along Ondo-Ore Road in Ondo State. Eyewitnesses say the vehicle was traveling to Akure from Ore, where the crash occurred. The driver of the vehicle, who was said to be on high speed, lost control of the car, which resulted in the accident. The injured victims have been taken to the hospital for treatment. Operators of the Kaduna State Police Command have rescued 15 kidnapped victims in the Berningwari local government area of the state. The victims, who were traveling along the Bukuru-Berningwari Road around Ungwa Yako Forest, were intercepted by the bandits in an attempt to kidnap them before the arrival of the police. Now, according to a statement by the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Mohammed Jalige, the bandits in large numbers came and carried dangerous weapons and also blocked 2 vehicles with 15 occupants. He said that a swift response by the operatives of the Kaduna Police Command Force forced them to retreat and flee into the forest with bullet wounds. Now, in another development, police operatives have also recovered 32 rustled cows from bandits in Kajuru local government area. The bandits were intercepted around Dustin Gaya village of Kajuru LGA as they were moving large herds of cattle. And the Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar III, has asked Muslims in Nigeria to look out for the new moon on Ramadan tomorrow, or rather that's today. Now, the Sultan stated this in a statement signed by the Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council Professor Wali Junaidu. According to the statement, Muslims across the country are expected to look out for the moon as a symbol of commencement of the yearly fast. 12th of April 2021 is equivalent to the 29th day of Shiaban, 1442 after Hijrah, which is the day Muslims are expected to search for the new moon. And that's it for the news. Cool morning across Lagos. If you enjoyed the night, well, hey, you know it's going to be rainy season very soon. And hey, we're in the same school. In any case, let's do the papers now. What you'd find when you pick up a copy of any of the national dailies. Let's start with the Punch newspaper this morning. Today is, of course, Monday, April 12th, 2021. And the Punch newspaper has this big headline: Rise in debt. DMO blames COVID-19. Experts say borrowing from CBN dangerous. US, UK, other countries borrowed more as a result of COVID-19, says DMO. Printing money will lead to hyperinflation, but of course, this is by the former CIIN Director General, and we are not aware of printing of 60 billion naira as Obaseki claims, says the CBN and the FG. At the top of the Punch newspaper, electricity generation falls to 3,922 megawatts, 11 plants idle. Tell me about it, haven't we all noticed? And NMA berates government. Security agents says kidnapping disturbing. And on page 30, petrol, Tokumbo, motorbikes, antibiotics, Nigeria's major imports. Now, at the bottom of the Punch newspaper, and finally, Ohaneze backs Southeast governors on security outfit against terrorists. Now, let's move on to our next paper, and that is going to be this morning, the Daily Sun. Tension as death toll in Boko Haram attacks hit 7. Scores abducted, 5,000 displaced, 50 houses, worship centers, markets, schools burned in Adamawa, and UN condemns attack on aid facilities in Borno. At the top of the Daily Sun, crime-fighting Southeast governors unveil Ebubeagu. Joint security outfit. Reaffirm ban on open grazing. Urges police to stop sending IGP monitoring units to usurp power of CPs in zone. Finally, at the bottom of the Daily Sun, gunmen kidnap Catholic priest and other clerics. 13-year-old boy in Ogun State and Imo. And police rescue 26 kidnapped persons in Kaduna, Zamfara. Arrest 154 suspects for armed robbery, other crimes in Kano. Moving on now to The Guardian for this morning. And the big headline: gas constraints keeps Nigerians in darkness amid 203 TCF reserves. How fiscal pricing regime undermine Nigeria's gas development and financial liquidity stalls 6,000 megawatts worth of gas needed for power. Despite tariff increase, Genco's remittance below 30%. A look at the other headline for the Guardian newspaper: Southeast governors unleash Ebubeagu to tackle rising unrest. As we read in the other daily, direct security agencies to enforce ban on open grazing. IPOB kicks, says any security outfit other than ESN in region will fail. Let's see if we can take other papers and find out what the headlines on those ones are. We move on now to the Guardian newspaper, rather the Vanguard newspaper. And our big headline for the Vanguard: insecurity, Southeast governors respond with Ebubeagu. At the top of the Vanguard, NNPC delivers 96 pipes by rail to Itakwe for 2.8 billion naira AKK project. And you've breached your own law, say ASUP, as they tell FG. Says strike continues. Alleged 2.5 billion pound fraud. South Court hears Union Bank. CBN appeals against Patrol Union today. And at the bottom of the Vanguard, Boko Haram kills 16 in Borno. Adamawa raises 50 houses and plenty of riders there, which we might have covered in other papers. Moving on now to our next daily for this morning, and that is the Tribune newspaper. Now, on the Tribune, you will find Makinde Fayose in final showdown as 743 delegates elect 22 officers, 42 aspirants cleared. Autumn heads electoral committee. Oyo with 171 delegates, Osun 130, Ekiti 115, Ogun 114, Ondo 112, and Lagos with 101. And that will be our final headline that we can take this morning. Do feel free to pick up a story and tag us on social media. We would like to see what you say and perhaps maybe even respond. Now, guess what we have coming up next? No, you didn't get it right. We've got fitness. Yes, it's back. Enjoy. We'll be back.
Hi everyone, my name is Kamanu Prosper Ogonna. I'm a certified fitness trainer from iFitness, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the Flatburn Press. So this is a very good exercise for your upper body, strengthens your upper body, and it also hits your chest muscle too. So you're going to lie down flat on the bench. So I want you to bring the camera closer because there are two lines here where I want you to position your hands. So I want your hands to be before the line. So you're placing one hand here and the other one here. So you're going to lie down flat, your full back on the bench. So you're chesting out. So the first thing you need to do is you need to push forward, bring it close to let it be in line with your chest. So then you drag your hands all the way down to your chest and you push back up. Now let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3. One more and 10. Now you drop it back. So now we're done with the warm-ups and our muscles are already prepared for the workout that we're about to do. So now I'm going to increase the weight. So the bar is 20 and I'm going to add 2 more 20s to make the whole bar, to make the whole weight 60 kg. All right, so now we've added the weight and you need to remember, so the weight I added here is the weight I can handle. So you need to use a weight that you can handle on your own. So now this is for your chest. So now we're about to do 10. One more and 10. All right, guys, so that's how you do the flat.
Yeah, fitness is back.
Indeed, it is.
Okay, so hopefully people at home are going to, get to understand a lot more about their bodies and figure out how they can improve on their workouts.
Nice. Tell us about getting a flat belly, yeah? I'm going to go see that one all over again because I need it.
You're not too bad.
I know. Stop it. I like it. Don't look at me, Quay.
If I say what's in my mind, they'll say Mary is no futile. But let me just keep that. I have to say, I was going to say that I think you should just put on a little more weight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That could have waited until after the show, but thank you very much, Mary. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually still trying to lose it. I don't want that.
You still want to lose this
Yeah.
one? This one? Mazino.
Wow.
I look sexier without the weight.
If you say so.
On that bombshell. What are we talking about today, Mary?
Okay, so tomorrow actually, but I didn't want to wait till tomorrow because I feel like tomorrow we can now really expatiate on it and all. But tomorrow is going to be Equal Pay Day.
Oh, great.
Equal pay.
Equal pay. And today being Monday, everyone is going out. Mothers going out with their children, dropping them off at school before going to work.
Yeah.
Or for those who have help, that's avoided. And men going to work, dropping off their children to depending on the arrangement they have at home. And everybody is setting out working. You're working in the same industry. And then you hear that some people don't get paid as well because of the agenda.
Exactly.
So I find it worrisome.
It is, but this is a battle that's been going on for decades. There are women that have rallied all over the world on this equal pay matter. But the question still is, why is there still at least like an 18% disparity?
Is that what
at least
That's what the statistics say,
that's the
actually.
minimum.
Okay.
And that's not even in Nigeria.
I would like to say, however, about the Nigerian instance, that it is encouraging to see that, apart from equal pay, that women are given positions that in the past would only be reserved for men.
But it doesn't mean they're getting paid as much as a man would have been paid for that position.
There's some organizations that are very open and
they have
very
fixed
templated,
salaries.
So they have these fixed numbers to their positions. So to see women being pushed into these positions is very encouraging. Regarding the disparity in pay, this is it's Africa. I'm not just going to say it's Nigeria. It's a patriarchal society already. We don't just have that issue in workplaces, we have it even in homes. I'm not espousing and encouraging it. I'm just simply saying that this is actually a factor.
You know what? Interestingly, I dare say that in Africa, the issue is not even equal pay. Because you get into a particular position, in most cases, there are fixed salaries for that position until maybe you, as the guy, you go meet the boss on who I have responsibilities, as if the woman doesn't. And then he doesn't think he has to raise the salary of the woman as well. He only raises yours as a man. So that's where the disparity starts.
Girl, you got personal there. Why did you say yours as a man? Why did you look at me and do that?
Okay, so
Wait, I think Latino has been in this kind of situation before.
yeah, it's
Haven't we all?
likely, but you know, I can still remember not being promoted because a guy was available to be promoted into a particular position, and I say that because that is what they told me. They actually said, "But there's a guy there now."
This thing you just reminded me of. It's like I'm going to go and
so
see
the sentence was
one
actually,
wonderful person today.
"Go and calm down. You're a mom now. Go and calm down." That was actually the statement.
But that's what women get most
Yeah.
times, and that's where the problem is in Nigeria. The issue of promotion, especially for women. So as a woman, you're trying to catch up with your male counterparts on the same level. Why? Because while he's able to write professional examinations, you are helping your children even pass their examinations. So you need to create and set your priorities right. So unfortunately, especially if she doesn't have a great support system, many women struggle with this.
Let's do
I
an
would like to
exercise.
say-
Hang on a second.
okay.
Think of any organization. Think about the number of men versus the number of women in the organization. I think we're not doing justice by just saying that this is the situation without actually giving exact samples. The truth is, companies, organizations here in Nigeria are looking at that.
They're adjusting.
They're adjusting. So I don't want to just bash companies
Yeah.
and say that they don't do that.
And
I
of
also want
course-
to encourage those that are doing it already, and there are a ton of them. I've had the opportunity to work in corporate organizations, especially
Yeah.
corporate
So
organizations.
I'm so glad you were
where-
speaking because I was about to do a no filter. So I'm so glad. Please go on.
Yes, thank you very much, Mary.
I'm trying to hold Mary back. I feel like I'm just holding her down.
I think you should just hold back.
But a big shout out to our team right here at TVC, because you know the women here at TVC are very strong, powerful women.
Didn't you
And
all have
we
a
know
party
that,
the other
yeah,
day?
we had
With just
an
women
amazing
invited.
event
We were
at
invited.
International Women's
Yeah,
Day.
but we heard that you guys went to make an appeal. They are going to do something on International
Wow.
Women's Day. Can we hear what? Please
I
go on,
wanted to
babe.
say that the advent of the Women's Network is, you know, to ensure that things like this can be discussed, you know, conversations can begin, you know. So
Yes,
at least
indeed.
A lot of conversations are going to happen in that particular regard.
Notes, I'm trying not to say anything.
And we like it that way. We do. Thank you very much. All right, let's do a break. When we get back, hey, it's more discussions, especially. Oh, hang on, we just had it.
Yeah.
Do stay tuned. There's more coming up.
My name is Abinoro Collins. I'm a cutlery artist, and for me, cutleries are beyond just what you use for your kitchen or on your dining. Cutlery is life for me. I create beauty out of cutleries. I create wealth out of cutleries. With cutleries, I can achieve almost the impossible. Whatever I can think, my hands can create. Yeah, my regular days are wake up, freshen up, get dressed, walk into the studio, basically start my sketches. My sketches tries to kind of get my mind refreshed and in tune into the activity of the entire day completely. And once my sketches are done, I get into serious creative work, and it's completely intense the whole day, depending on what I'm doing. And for me, making art is making magic, and making magic is making art. I started this journey of making art with cutleries. Initially, it was basically about spoons from a research class in school as a student. So that for me, that was like the big bang for me, where I stumbled upon the possibility of what I could do with cutleries. And I basically make my first cutlery sculpture was about 12 dozens or less of spoons. And that was like the real magic. But at that point, I didn't have like a big picture of what I could do, you know. But like they say, consistency will bet more discoveries. You know, so more I continued working, you know, with the cutleries after school. and completely moving into Lagos from service in 2015. You know, the more that I created, the more my minds were open to more and bigger pictures of what I can achieve. And, you know, and right now it's there are basically no box for me. You know, so it's not about thinking outside the box, because the box really doesn't exist for me. I can make almost anything with art. Art is deeply spiritual and metaphysical in nature. Depending on how much you give into your creative process and your creative child, also depends on the amount of information you're given. So my works, you will find, are beyond just making pictures. They tell stories about the present and the past, and also tell stories about the future. I've created pieces that have given clue about the future. You know, pieces from 2019 playing out in 2020, you know, and a lot of them, you know, that will still play out in the future. So what I do with my art is I spend a lot of time to conceptualize and meditate and completely rely on my creative guardian to give me information basically on every piece that I create. What I believe is if I can find myself using just cutleries that people would eat with, you know, what I believe is there's always one thing you can find that can become who you are. Even when you're gone, no, people can never forget you for. My name is Abinoro Collins, and I'm a cutlery artist.
Now that is amazing. I can't express how encouraging it is to see that amount of depth in his art. Thank you so much for that one. Now everyone needs some form of motivation on a Monday to kickstart the week. Hopefully that video motivated you, but we still have more. Right now we've been joined by Oladipupo Clement. He's a global investor and trusted wealth creation and retention coach with a career spanning over 2 decades. Today we're going to be talking about living under, or rather above, financial pressure. Where did I get under? But everybody feels under pressure at some point in time. Yeah. And I think it's a very relevant topic. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. All right, so is it true or false that everyone lives under pressure?
Well, the first thing is financial pressure, it's normal.
Oh, okay.
It's not abnormal. Okay. You are either suffering from too much money or
okay.
or too little money.
Okay.
And so, and whatever level you are, you will never be free from pressure. You need the right amount, just like the body requires the right amount of pressure for the heart to pump blood.
Okay.
So when it's too high, it says high blood pressure. When it's too low, it's too. So you just need it to be regulated. The same thing with when it comes to finance.
All right.
That's exactly the same way it is. Again, there are basic facts. There are some vital facts when it comes to financial pressure. First is just like time. Money is never enough. It has never been. It will never be.
Okay.
Money is called currency because it is current. It's never designed to be static. It's designed to flow. And it often flows from the hands of fools to the hands of the wise. And so those people are those who understand and know how to manage financial pressure. Now, this is a deep, I mean, it goes beyond just giving tips. Okay. I run a financial freedom master class, and it's like a 10-hour session where I take businessmen and then take professionals and help them in managing that. And this is one of just the modules I cover in that.
So you're saying that basically you've been able to meet with people who have too much money.
Oh, absolutely.
And they are going through probably the same amount of issues that someone with too little money.
Not necessarily the same.
Yeah. Not necessarily the same.
Yeah, but we are often, because you see, you will never have all that you need to meet all that is before you.
It feels like, you know, like a few million would, you know, help with some pressure. I have seen people who earn 3.8 million, 5 million naira a month. Okay. And they can't boast of 300,000 naira in savings. Wow. How do you explain that? Wow. Now, the challenge is a lot of people believe that the more I make, the more I would have. That's not true. Okay. Yes, I mean, that's the way this thing works. Let me give you, whether you save or not, the money still not go round. Okay. You will not always have enough to take care of all that is before you, but you will have enough for what is most important. Now, one of the key reasons for financial pressure, and I will tell you this, and everybody listening to us should pay attention to this.
is the #1 cause of financial pressure, whether you are earning high or earning low, is misplaced priorities.
Okay. So at this point, I would say the priorities of someone with a little less money are different from the priorities of those who have more money.
There are basic things that you have to meet, you have to take care of.
I think, yeah,
Whether
the basics with your family.
Yes, this is not to
amenities.
say. Now, this is not to say that you shouldn't earn more money.
Okay.
Now, there's a place for that. All right. Maybe next week we can look at how to meet your financial targets.
Okay.
This year and beyond, and we will deal extensively on that. But whether you earn low or high, one thing is very important, and that is putting first things first is one of the things that will galvanize you against financial pressure. If you earn 100,000 naira, there's a way to live. There's what to do first.
Okay.
Now, it was the richest investor in the world, Warren Buffett, who said, he said, rich people invest first.
Okay.
And spend whatever is left.
Okay.
Poor people, they spend first and invest whatever is left. And I added this other one. Okay. If there is anything at all, and more often than not, there is nothing left. So the issue is the more you have, I mean, even the Holy Book makes it very clear that to him who has, more will be given. To him who has not, even that which he has will be taken away. I found this to be true, that money is a magnet. The more of it you save, the more opportunities you attract.
Okay.
Now, this is not about savings, but it also includes, because if you categorize your savings or investment as an expense before every other thing, everything else will be taken care of. Yeah.
So what would you say to people who are probably watching right now and think there's this whole conspiracy of the rich wanting to just make sure they keep taking from the poor? Are the rich really taking from the poor, or are they just better businessmen?
They're just better managers of resources, period. Better manager of time, better manager of money, period. The truth of the matter is that it's the conspiracy of life, is the law of life that is working in their favor. Once you begin to treat money, money has a way. You know, somebody also said, he said, money doesn't go to those who need it. It goes to those who multiply it.
Okay.
So money, as inanimate as it may appear, is very selective as to who it goes to.
Okay, I think we're getting a little spiritual there. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
See, this is practical.
Okay.
I have been broke before. I understand the nature and color of poverty. So, and I knew what changed for me.
Okay.
And the moment I realized that, sorry, I can't meet all needs. I don't have, I mean, you're here. I know you work very hard, like some of us do. And sometimes you wish you have more hours.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the rich and the poor? There's really no difference. We all have 24 hours. But what do we do with our 24 hours? Right. It's the same thing when it comes to the money you make.
Okay.
And the journey begins now. It begins from where you are. And if you earn 100,000, you earn 200,000, that's exactly. I know we don't have so much time.
Yeah.
People can. I've written a book on living above financial pressure.
Amazing.
So you can just go on oladipupo.clement.org.
We need to make sure we bring you on for our book chat segment.
That
we
would
can
be-
go
that would be
through that
lovely.
book really well.
That
but
would be
just
lovely. Yeah.
finishing touches on this topic
Okay.
with regards to
How do people live?
yes, how do
above-
they live above financial pressure?
Okay, so the fundamental rule for living above pressure, whether you live in Togo, you live in Nigeria, or you live in Japan, is budgeting.
Oh, okay.
As simple as that word is, and a lot of people don't understand it.
Okay.
Budgeting. See, what architectural drawing is to a building, that's exactly what budget is to your wealth.
Okay.
If you will not be broke 5 years from now, it's today you will know.
Okay.
And it's from your budget. So while your records of record keeping reviews financial history, all right, your budget is to forecast what your finances will look like in the near future. So if you have a 5-year plan, it's from your budget. And so what exactly is a budget? A lot of people don't even know this. Budget is essentially a money-making plan and a money-spending plan.
Beautiful.
a money-making plan and a money-spending plan. So, but a lot of people confuse budget to mean a money-spending plan. No.
You know what?
It goes beyond that.
We have to make sure that you're available to answer some of the questions many of us will have online.
Not a problem.
Please use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC, at TVC Connect, and ask questions of him. You're at Oladipupo.
Oladipupo Clem on Twitter,
Beautiful.
on Facebook, on Instagram.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Please
for
come back.
having
Let's
Yes,
expand more
next
on
weekend.
this issue. Financial pressure, it's everyone that goes through it, whether you have too much or too little. Let's see how we can help you out. Now let's take a quick break and be back with more.
Welcome to the kitchen. Look at me being the busy bee here. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fantastic. So we have a new chef today, and you know what it is about food. Especially when I see a spread like this, I get super excited. There's something about the adrenaline in me. Okay, I'm just kidding. But Chef Lenny, great to have you in the studio with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Chef
having me.
Lenny's history is very long, and it's surprising that we are now talking to him as a chef. But perhaps we'll probably get to talk about that much later.
All right.
So what are we having for breakfast?
So we're having chicken tortilla wraps.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Chicken tortilla perhaps. Okay.
Chicken tortilla wraps.
That sounds exciting.
We're going to do a walkthrough.
Let's talk about,
Okay.
let's do a walkthrough. Let's talk about the ingredients. What are we making use of?
So basically, chicken breast.
Okay.
The finest chicken breast.
Okay.
Tortilla bread.
Oh, yeah, we should have these out
Okay.
here.
Just put them on top. Oh, you don't.
Okay. We can just do
tortilla
it here.
breads.
Okay.
Mayonnaise.
Okay.
Some cheese cream.
Okay.
Some sweet chili sauce.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to reveal everything, but
Yeah.
ketchup and different other spices.
Okay.
So
And then,
basically-
of course, oil.
Oil,
The chicken, which is
sausages.
still very warm.
This is already like
What did you do to it?
just fried it basically.
Just fried, but you
Yeah.
light frying.
Light frying, yes.
Okay.
But usually I used the chopped raw chicken. So I don't know if I have time for us to just.
Okay, you could show us how to make this. Let's go on.
Okay.
Okay, so Chef Lenny is hoping to make smoothies for us, but if we do not have the chance to do that this
We'll take it
morning,
behind the scenes.
let me just, we will still drink it. Then maybe some other time you will show us how to make it, okay?
Okay.
All right, so,
This bit long enough.
all right.
Not long enough.
So we're gonna put that in, grilling the chicken.
I'm not.
Okay,
it's long
so how
enough.
long will that take?
Doesn't take long.
It doesn't take a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, could you run us through the process?
Okay, so basically I just I use butter. That's what the butter is for. There's a flavor that comes with it when you use Irish butter.
Okay.
Use the butter, and it's chicken breast, so it's very light, so it cooks very, very fast.
Okay.
You know, rather than the oil. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
so that's just about it.
Okay.
But you need
We'll
to-
probably have to do that much
Okay.
later. So are you
Okay.
going to season this?
Yes, I'm going to season
Okay,
this.
how are you going to do that?
So basically, I just put a bit of.
By the
pepper.
way, the ingredients are currently on your screen for the chicken tortilla wrap, okay? So you might want to scribble them down while you try to keep up with
So
us.
basically, I just add some curry powder,
Okay,
some thyme,
okay,
just a little bit, not too much,
okay,
and some seasoning cubes. I think we
Okay.
had one here. Okay.
okay. So curry,
Curry,
seasoning cubes.
some chili sauce, some chili flakes. that's
Okay, chili flakes.
Dry
okay.
pepper.
Okay,
They just give it that spice, you know.
okay.
You know, we're Africans, we like
Yeah.
things spicy.
This pepper is looking too small. Though. Are you sure that's enough?
You like spicy, right? Okay, let me add a little
We
bit
are
more.
talking. You just mentioned
There's a
the
sweet
fact that
chili
we are.
sauce already,
Oh,
it's
there's
chili.
another. Okay. That,
So,
that's fine. That's fine.
You don't want to put too
So
much.
we don't overdo it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then we add
The seasoning cubes. Let me
okay.
help you with that. Okay. What else are we putting in?
That's about it.
Are you putting in the sweet chili sauce which you
No,
mentioned?
that'll be
after.
That'll be at the end.
Okay. So when we have that ready,
Yeah. Okay.
so we let it marinate a
Marinate
bit.
for a few minutes.
Okay. So since we are still going to
So
make
just-
this,
Yes.
can we start making use of this? What do we need to do?
Okay. So basically, I just need to chop them into small bits.
Okay.
You know.
Chop into small bits.
It's a small bit
similar
size.
to this,
Similar
right?
to this. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Then you
Yeah.
cut this up.
Cut the cabbage into bits. Then
Okay.
have some carrots as well.
Okay.
Chop them into bits. I have the grater here.
Okay.
Chop them into bits.
So
and
what's the difference between this tortilla wrap and shawarma?
There's a big difference.
What's the
Because the
difference?
shawarma bread, it's kind of when you toast them, they're kind of brittle.
Yes.
They break like.
Yes.
Like
But this
biscuit.
one's the.
But this one, they're kind of soft and fluffy.
Even when you grill them.
Even when you grill them,
Okay.
when you take a bite, it's so you just have to try it. That's the
Ah,
only way
so
I
you
can-
just dig in and you
dig it, exactly.
Think.
So we'll
Okay.
leave this to marinate.
But does this
Just-
cost more than the regular shawarma
Of course
bread?
they do. They do.
Okay.
They do.
They look
The-
quite alike though. So how can
yeah.
you tell the difference?
The difference is the dough. When you see the shawarma bread, it's you can just tell the difference when you see it.
So
You know,
this
so-
is what we're actually talking about right now. This is the tortilla.
Tortilla, yeah.
I'm sure you've heard, you've seen us make use of this several times. Sometimes we make shawarma.
Yeah.
We've made different types of wraps. So I've actually always been curious as to how
Yeah.
I would avoid going to buy, say, tortilla and
Yeah.
ending up with shawarma bread.
No, there's a big- there's a big-
everything is the same.
No, shawarma bread is quite smaller,
Okay.
and it comes in the nylon they use to pack it up is tied up. But this one is sealed. It's actually
usually
imported.
sealed.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
imported.
okay.
And it's bigger. This is like a 30 centimeter.
But it can be made in Nigeria, I'm pretty sure of that. The same way
Probably.
shawarma bread can. I think it's because it's not
Probably.
yet as popular.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
because most people
Probably.
are more used to shawarma.
Exactly.
Okay, so you said all we need to do, chop, chop,
Chop, chop,
chop, chop. We're using the onions in it.
Maybe not necessary. That will probably use that if we were doing this.
Okay,
you
okay.
know,
The
to
garlic
just-
unko.
Same thing. Just
Same
to
thing.
give it that.
This
you know,
goes into the mix. You're
this
going to
goes-
mix it
this
together.
This goes, yes.
Okay, and everything else.
Yes.
And then we
yes.
wrap it all up.
Exactly.
I really would love for you to see us wrapping it up.
Yeah,
Let me get this for you. So maybe you can chop and show us the first
Okay.
wrap in time. All right?
Okay.
So which one would you start with, the carrots or
I'll start
the cabbage?
with the cabbage.
The cabbage, okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me get you a bowl to put that in. Go ahead.
Okay.
So besides chicken,
Yes.
what are the other kinds of protein that we can put to make our
You
tortilla
can
wrap
use
fantastic?
anything. You can use beef. You can use beef. You can use some people use snail.
Okay. Snail?
Yeah.
I've never had that one.
I've seen snail wraps. You know, then seafood wrap. You know, you can have seafood, shrimps.
That one I'm interested in
You know,
because I don't
fish
know
fillets.
what affinity I have with shrimps these days. And talking about affinity, I know quite well that Mazino is on standby with the performer. Hi, Mazino. SOS.
Listen, Mary, first of all, how's the garlic unko doing?
The what?
Garlic unko? I don't know, I heard you say it. I wonder what garlic unko is.
What is garlic? Oh,
You don't even know you said
Kilo
it.
man show boy. Kilo man show boy. What's
It's
your
okay.
problem?
Whatever it is, would love to eat it. Thank you very
Look
much,
at
Mary.
you.
And you guys are welcome. Now it's time for some music performance, and we have Afro pop and Afro dancehall act Oguntade Samuel Adegunwa. Now he's popularly known as SOS. Hey, it's great to have you in the studio. I can't wait to see your performance. But first of all, whose life or whose souls are you saving? SOS?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, SOS means what? Save our souls, doesn't it?
No.
So what does it mean?
Yeah, SOS comes from my full name.
Okay.
Yeah, Samuel Oguntade.
Oh, okay. Now
Yeah.
I get it now. Okay, fantastic. Well, hey, we can't wait to see what it is you're performing today. What is it you're going to be performing?
Yeah, an inspirational dance hall
All right.
titled Majumayo.
Majumai. All right. It is a Monday. We are all for inspiration and motivation. So why don't you just already take it away? Thank you very much, SOS.
Shabby, you the update. For the hustle, now you know they cash out. Gone in at those days. We no guess what we beg for that out. Even if them sly you, bros, you no give up, you no lose God, though. I know say you frustrate. Any feelings was like, oh my God. No be lion. I know say you carry little. If you know do you, there's no one you can appreciate, oh Allah. Oluwa's blessings, that's what we celebrate, you know, like. And some of them more, need them yo. Macho, mayo. Mamukulu, madetum, keke, macho, mayo. Mabere mole pakuru, mabere paope, macho, mayo. Ijo belele yo, macho, mayo. So my mama called me last night. She said make her online, said she wanna speak right. Mama kilo shele gone. Why this sudden wake for this midnight? Oh my God. And then she told me that I should sit down, make a no frown, make a kneel for a prayer. Bow my head, close my eyes, and join my pants. And then she started praying like this. Oh Lord, oh God, bless all your son. It's just a boy, thinking he be gangster. He just did fun, say he be done, but no believe. He no get to leave her. I like the fancy me a call. He wants a me, okay for me diva. Bless this boy for me, I beg me keep blow fast, so I say amen, amen. Macho, mayo, mamukulu, madetu, keke, macho, mayo. Ma pere mole pakuru ma gbegba ope macho mayo ijo gbelele yo macho mayo mo dúpẹ́ oore àná oore òní o oore ojoojúmọ́ mo dúpẹ́ oore ọ̀la o mo dúpẹ́ tó macho mayo macho mayo.
After such a very peculiar weekend for me, I've got one thing to say to you. Breathe, live, experience, and explore.
Yeah.
These are a few things that you should take today.
The explore part, when you're married, you better, come down.
Listen, don't give it up. Explore, not that kind.
The explore.
Stop it. Stop.
When you start to do the things you truly love, it wouldn't really matter whether it's a Monday or a Friday. You're going to be so excited to wake up each morning to work on your passions and things you love. Yeah.
As excited as Mary is in the kitchen preparing garlic nko.
Why do I feel like you are envying me? But it's okay. Stay where you've been placed and enjoy it. Oh, hi. Welcome to the kitchen. Chef Lenny still busy. As you can see, is grating. While some people think the food is ready and I've eaten everything.
Wow.
Mary, such a betrayal for me this morning. Come on, girl. You know we love each other. It's all good. Anyhow,
please, I don't.
It's a great way, in any case, to start the second half of the show here. There's always something refreshing about each episode, and every hour comes with a different vibe.
The show is Wake Up Nigeria, and the next 45 minutes is going to be even more interesting. We value every single minute that you spend with us, and we're glad that you've joined us once again today. My name is Titilayo Oyinsan.
And my name is Mazino Apel. Remember, you can use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms to be a part of the best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
You can also watch us online live. Big shout out to our e-community.
Facebook guys, hey.
Hey, just go online. Go to Google Play or iOS, download the app, watch us there, or in fact, watch us on Facebook.
Yes.
I say watch us.
Do that.
Watch us on Facebook.
Hey, follow us across all social media handles, Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram. We are at TVC Connect.
Yeah.
Now, for what we have lined up for the rest of the show. This hour, finally, on SME, we will have Julius Iyogiye of LVI Art Gallery and also Cultural Nexus, an indigenous Nigerian company documenting and promoting, trading and developing contemporary Nigerian artworks and showcasing its rich cultural heritage. Julius will be joining us for a very interesting conversation on the couch here.
Mazino, you're mentioning interesting conversation. You know what it reminded me of?
No, what? What?
Have you looked through the famous quotes of Prince Phillip?
Oh
my
He's got a couple.
Wow.
So
it's not couple. He's got a string of them.
So which one are we talking about now?
So many.
Yeah.
So, okay, like when he came to Nigeria, I think that was in 2001 or so, 2002 or 3. But then it was Olusegun Obasanjo that was the president. And so he shook him. I said, wow, you look like you're ready to go to bed.
Whoa!
Yeah. And that is just one of the many things. So he went to China, and then he told a British student, if you stay here long enough, you're going to end up slit-eyed.
Wow.
And then he was in Papua New Guinea, and then he told a British backpacker that you didn't get eaten, right?
You didn't get eaten.
So you escaped being eaten because, you know, there were lots of talks about cannibalism. So he goes to the American ambassador, this gives him a package like of American goodies.
Yeah.
And then he goes, where's the southern child? Like, he says a lot of things that were totally untoward.
Does that remind you of anybody? Anybody at all? Anyone?
Who? Yeah.
Anybody?
Who?
Mary.
Who?
We're making, for those that don't understand what we're talking about.
Mary
Yeah.
is the most unfiltered presenter we have here on our show. I don't know if you can remember anything she said to you unfiltered before, but Mary once said this to me sitting down here
Wow.
after a nice haircut and shave, and she said, on the show, on air, she said, wow, you look old.
Oh.
So it's not my fault
Okay.
that I can't help myself.
Speaking of old, by the way, he passed away at the age of 99
Yeah.
over the
That
weekend.
was a terrible segue, but good.
Buckingham Palace announced.
But it was his fault he passed away at 99.
How so?
Wow.
Because he used
Mary.
to say he didn't want to be a centenarian.
Oh.
So God heard him and took him home 2 months before his 100th.
You're on fire with these quotes of his, really.
Had a fantastic life in any case.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
Yes, he
pay
did.
or do anything, and I mean literally do anything
To be married to the Queen?
a prince. Unfortunately, he couldn't be the king.
Yeah.
Then again, he,
But then
Do you
they
know
were-
how
they
many
were
times he
married
wanted to
for-
leave?
really?
Oh, goodness me.
Wait,
Mary.
Phillip?
Don't speak ill of the dead like this now.
No, we're celebrating him.
We're
Let's
celebrating him. He's a fun man.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed. We'll do more celebrations for after. Okay, let's do a break and we'll be back. It's the final 45 minutes, even less now. I'll wake up Nigeria. It's always very exciting when Mary's on the show here today. If only I could tell you exactly what she's doing to my side. But we'll leave that for later. Welcome, it's the news. Let's do this. Now we begin with the continuous efforts to tackle the rising insecurity affecting all parts of the country. Governors of Southeast states have established a regional security outfit named Ebubuago to oversee the activities of the vigilante groups and tackle insecurity in the region. The decision was reached yesterday during a regional security meeting in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Now let's move on to Ondo State, where armed robbers have killed 2 security guards employed to protect a petrol station in Akure. The robbers were said to have struck at the newly established petrol station. According to a supervisor in the station, Buhari Ashiru, the victims were found at about 5:30 a.m. yesterday when staff resumed duty. In another development, 3 persons have died and 3 others sustained injuries in an accident along Ondo-Ore Road in Ondo State. Eyewitnesses say the vehicle was traveling to Akure from Ore when the crash occurred. The driver of the vehicle, who was said to be on high speed, lost control of the car, which resulted in the accident. The injured victims have been taken to the hospital for treatment. And operatives of the Kaduna State Police Command have rescued 15 kidnapped victims in the Burning Gwari local government area of the state. The victims who were traveling along the Bukuru Burning Gwari Road around Agwangyako Forest were intercepted by the bandits in an attempt to kidnap them before the arrival of the police. Now, according to the statement by the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Mohammed Jalige, the bandits in large numbers carried out dangerous weapons, or rather they carried dangerous weapons and blocked 2 vehicles with 15 occupants. He said that a swift response by the operatives of the Kaduna Police Command forced them to retreat and flee into the forest with bullet wounds, abandoning their victims. And in another development, police operatives also have recovered 32 rustled cows from bandits in Kujuru local government area. The bandits were intercepted around Dustin Gaya village of Kujuru LGA as they were moving large herds of cattle. And the Sultan of Sokoto, Sa'ad Abubakar III, has asked Muslims in Nigeria to look out for the new moon of Ramadan today. Now, the Sultan stated this in a statement signed by the Chairman, Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council Professor Wali Junaidu. According to the statement, Muslims across the country are expected to look out for the moon as a symbol of commencement of the yearly fast. 12th of April 2021 is equivalent to the 29th day of Sa'aban 1442 after Hijrah, which is the day Muslims are expected to search for the new moon. And that's it for the news.
Food is what's happening in the kitchen. And we cannot wait to really dig into this food. As it is, a lot of prep has been going on. We've cut up the cabbage, the carrots, even the chicken has been cut into pieces. You see what we did? You already grilled this a bit,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so this was the raw chicken initially. And then, of course, we have our butter, our tortilla bread, sausages. Chef Lenny, you're making me do all the talking. You take over from here.
All right, so let's get to the wrapping.
Okay.
So basically, I just need some.
Do you need to put it in a wrap already? Like, ready to wrap?
No, this is just
This is just a surface.
Just a surface,
Okay,
yeah, just for a
okay,
clean
okay.
surface.
So let's get started. First thing.
Start with mayo.
Oh, so you don't do the mix thing. Some people mix the mayo.
I do actually.
You do sometimes,
you know,
okay.
but for now, just
Okay.
you know, it works this way as well.
Okay.
Just put enough mayo. Once
Okay.
we have
Are you
that,
going to spread it throughout or just?
no, just in the
that's
center.
fine.
Just in the, because it's still going to roll over.
Oh, okay. We
You know.
used to put everything everywhere. No wonder.
Then you can just put your cabbage.
Just a bit of cabbage. Okay.
Yes. Some people like it fresh like this.
Yes,
you know,
we
without-
like it fresh.
Of course.
The carrots
Okay.
go in next.
some
So you
carrots.
grated it so it's easier to chew
yeah,
and it's
that's it,
softer.
exactly.
Okay.
It's tastier as well.
Okay. Okay.
You know. I
Okay.
think that's about it.
Yeah. And
Then
then
you can add the chicken.
yeah. So there are two types of chicken:
Yeah,
fried chicken
and
and grilled chicken.
Yes.
Is there a reason for that?
There's no reason. It's
Just to have two
it's just the
different
method,
tastes.
yeah. Just
Ah. So that's your
you
method.
can grill it, yeah. Either ways,
Okay.
you know. So,
So
we
we are
just,
putting in the grilled chicken now. So we initially put in the fried one.
yeah.
The fried one
Yes.
had already been
There's no
shredded.
Yeah, there's no preference. It's just that the fried ones, they're quite easy to. I might have needed to chop this one down a little bit more so they
Okay.
can fit, but for time, we just do it like this.
Okay, okay. It's all the same because it means a mouthful when we talk about the bite
Yeah,
when it's time
exactly.
to dig in.
So now I use my sweet chili sauce.
Okay. A sweet chili sauce.
Yeah.
Okay. The sweet chili sauce is like, bros, remember the pepper you put in initially? You're sure about this?
Yeah, I'm sure about it. Let me just take
Okay,
this off.
open it up. Okay.
Now, have to be careful not to
Overdo it.
Overdo it, yeah.
There's going to be a little...
But it's nice, trust me.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. The
So-
cheese, is it going in?
Yeah, it's going in. I put the sausages.
Okay. Ha, this one don't they pass wrapple. Chicken sausages, right?
Yeah, chicken fries.
So everything
yeah.
is just even chicken
Chicken,
everywhere.
Yeah, it's chicken fries. Not everybody
Okay.
likes, you know.
Okay, so we'll put in the cheese now. Yeah.
This is like the secret ingredient.
Ah, so this one is going to give it a different lift.
Exactly.
So this is like your signature. Let's not
Exactly.
talk too much about it then.
Yeah.
So people can
I
come
was
and
going
experience
to
it.
reveal it.
You're not going
but
to really, but you know, they've cuckoo said me and no filter. I already said it earlier. No vex
Okay, then we'll now top it up with
with the ketchup.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. This is a different way of making wraps, but it does look interesting. That's
Then we wrap it up.
it. Wrap it up. Getting ready to bite in. Ah, this one is not folding, no.
It's a fold, don't worry.
Ah.
Fold. You just bring it in.
Ah. So somebody will open mouth like this, to bite this one.
Yes, now.
Ah.
So we'll just put this on the grill. And,
So I just changed my name. You remember the story of the tortoise? So my new name is Mary Titi Mazino.
Oh,
So when you
sure.
want to give anybody, what do? You give Mary Titi Mazino. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. There's lots
Okay.
to go around for everybody, don't worry.
So we're gonna grill now.
So we just put this on the grill,
Ha!
you know, to just toast for a bit.
Ah.
So I
When
guess
you
we'll-
see the end result of what we have made today, oh, I'm already envying our guests. I'm already envying our guests.
you have to have them.
Ah, no, I'm already envying
This
our
wrap
guests.
is to die for.
Okay. So while we try to retain our home training by not biting pieces here,
Yeah.
I know quite well that we need to move on while trying to make another one. Should we make another wrap in the
Okay,
meantime?
sure,
Okay.
sure.
So we can have all of them grilling at once.
That's what exactly.
Okay. So
sometimes
we'll
they
just
stick
see if we
together.
can make enough so it can go around. But remember, just like the tortoise, my name today is Mary Titi Mazino. Anybody that bears that name is on their own today. We'll take this break. Wake Up Nigeria continues shortly.
And you're welcome back. Well, after that session inside of the kitchen, I don't know what to tell you, but the aroma in here is fantastic. Wow, Mary is Mary Titi Mazino. My name is Everybody. And you're welcome. This time we have a very, very interesting guest for Mondays. Mondays are for SMEs, remember, and we have Julius Iyorije, the MD CEO of LVI Arts Gallery and Cultural Nexus, an indigenous Nigerian company documenting, promoting, trading, and also developing contemporary Nigerian artwork and showcasing its rich cultural heritage. You are welcome. It is good to have you here finally. Julius, I love your beads.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mazino.
Good to have you here. Yeah. Now, let's talk about LVI and what you guys do. First off, it is a very interesting concept that you guys have, in the sense that you guys have Nigeria's first online endeavor at exposing our artwork, isn't it?
Yes, correct. We have an e-commerce website.
Okay.
We are the first, not even in Nigeria, in West Africa, to have a full gallery space and an e-commerce website.
Nice.
So if you don't want to come to the physical location, you can shop from any part of the world on our e-commerce website.
Okay, great.
And we've had clients from Canada, Ghana, different part of Lagos, shopping from the e-commerce website.
Nice. Now, I used to think that art was something you had to experience personally, you know, tangibly right there in front of you to be able to appreciate it. So do you often get that, I don't want to call it a complaint, but insecurity with customers that, is this going to look exactly like I'm looking at it on your platform? Yes, we've had that. Some people will look at the work and say, we'll come. First of all, there's the issue of trust. Yes. They want to come physically. After they've seen it, I like it. Let me come and see if it's this same size, because the sizes are there and the information are there. So you have some people that, most of the first timers, they come physically to the gallery to see and make the purchases. Then after that period, after that experience, the next time around when they see the works, they believe everything we have written here. Oh, that's interesting. So you have a platform for artists, Nigerian artists. So it's open to who? Just anyone can bring their art and they can exhibit it at your gallery and also showcase it on your online platform? Or is there a process, or is there a specific, you know, that you go through to accept these artists? Well, I curate the gallery. Okay. You're the curator, by the way. I'm the curator and the owner of the gallery. The owner, yes. So the artists, they come, we profile the artists. We make sure that the artists have, what we do first of all, we make sure all our artists, which we have in our gallery, they have at least a formal education in art. OND, HND, BA in art. So you're certified artists? So, yes. Well, by the way, if you're at home, those are some of the works that we're showing on TV right now. You can take a look at some of the very beautifully displayed artwork at the gallery, which is very interesting. Now, one other thing is with your reach. Now, I heard you mention people from Canada actually purchase your art. How invested in African art are people outside of Nigeria? Now, I'm not talking about Africans who are outside Nigeria. I'm talking about people who aren't Africans. Do you find that there are very many people who are interested in it? Okay. I have 27 years in art marketing. Oh, wow. My gallery is 2 years old, but I started art marketing in 1994. Okay. ASU strike then, I was a student. My first clients were mainly Lebanese. Oh. So I had a lot of foreigners in Port Harcourt. Then later on I had Nigerians. So my first 3-5 years I had more of expatriates than Nigerians, the Lebanese and the French. Alien France in Port Harcourt did my first exhibition for me in 1995. Nice. Exposed me to the French community in Port Harcourt, and from there to some other French people. But I would say that 25 years down the line, I have more Nigerians clients than the expatriates. Okay. Though we still have the expatriate, but now I would say that Nigeria in the art space are more in terms of appreciation and using artwork as gift. Although that is partly part of the work which we did, because I was strongly promoting the use of artworks as a gift, as against buying wristwatch, buying computers and then televisions and some other conventional things. My model for art marketing has not changed. Okay. That in 10 years' time, your television will be old model, your car will be old model, everything will be old model, your art will remain the same and equally even appreciated. Exactly. So I started that line in 1994, and I use that line till today because it has not changed. Because it's Are you the only one doing this, or, well, you did say that you're the only art gallery of that nature in West Africa, but are there other people who perhaps want to follow in your line? And if they are, what advice would you give? First of all, I'd like to ask, what challenges have you faced in this endeavor? Well, you always have this issue of trust when you have something online, because we are still developing the brand. So people say, is it true? Is it real? Is it a picture? Because when you have a work in a digital space, you don't know if it's a picture or if it's tangible, so you can't tell the texture or anything. You can't tell the texture. So we try to be very explicit in our description. It's a mixed media, it's whatever, it's meta, we'll tell you the medium. Have you had any case where people return the art that they purchased? No, we've not had that so far. Okay, because everybody's been satisfied so Everybody's been satisfied, yes. Because equally to, there
I did the backward integration last year.
Okay.
We took over the framing process. So in
The what
the
process?
Framing.
Framing, okay.
So in the gallery in-house, we frame our artworks.
All right.
So that equally controls the quality and the speed and the reliability of our service.
Okay. Okay. And then there's always the fact that you also have to transport these artworks to wherever in the world that they're being ordered from as well.
I equally do logistics myself.
I was going to ask
I have a logistics company.
Okay, good.
So my logistics company take care of that. I have 21 years in international trade and logistics and finance.
Interesting.
So importing and exporting from different parts of Nigeria for multinationals. So that comes into being naturally.
So if I was interested in, say, this endeavor, would that be something that I absolutely have to have in my little kitty, that I must be able to ferret these material across the world? Or is there any other, because I'm thinking from the position of a person who also has the same passion as you do, but does not have a logistics company.
Well, you have to outsource. You have to outsource that to a third party to do your logistics for you. You have to outsource to a third party to do your framing for you. Then you now have to be sure about their quality control and their service delivery. So now we control our service delivery. We are sure about our timeline. So you might use a party today, it might be good or it might disappoint you. But because we are in charge of our processes, so when I give you a timeline, oh, you get your work in 7 days if you're in this location, 3 days, 2 days, or wherever. So we are sure because we have done that over time and we are sure about our timelines.
Now your gallery is how old again?
My gallery is about 2 years old.
2 years old. And how many people do you employ?
We have 6 active workers in the gallery. We have people that in the framing section and we have people in the photography section. I have about, so in total we have about 15.
Okay.
We have the photography section, we have the framing section, and we have the gallery itself.
All right, so for the gallery, can I just walk in just to appreciate the art?
Definitely, we have a lot of people coming to appreciate artworks. They take pictures. The people coming to, so we call it, we have a photographer in-house before that takes pictures for everybody that walks in. Based on the by popular demand, we now have we have a photo studio inside the gallery. Based on the fact that people just come in to take pictures using the artwork as a background. So if you come in, you want to use the artwork as a background, good. Then we have extended it that you can equally have a beautiful photo shoot using the artworks as props in a proper art studio, in a photo studio.
Nice. Well, that's very interesting. Yeah. First off, we have been showing some of his artworks on TV, and of course you already have the address for his social media handle, so you can actually go on there and see everything that they're doing. A very interesting one. Now, how much would you say the average artist in Nigeria earns? And if they are on your platform, does that make it any better for them?
Well, we have artists in categories.
Categories, yes.
We have the established artists, we have the popular, up-and-coming, and we have the artists that are just showcasing. So different categories. Some artists in Nigeria, for a piece of artwork, they can 5 million.
Wow.
Some artists, 500,000.
Oh,
some artists, 100,000, based on their level in the ladder.
How long do I have to be an artist to be able to charge 5 million? Can I start today and charge 5 million tomorrow?
No.
What makes it that expensive, though?
What makes it that expensive? Your level of exposure, where you have exhibited, who has bought your works. So that's the responsibility we do as gallerists. We promote our artists. So by the end of this year, last year I was supposed to do an exhibition outside the country to promote my artists. So when they get international exposures, international promotions, and equally to the clientele that has bought your works, where your works are displayed, we even give some of the artist works as gifts.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's a form of promotion.
Yeah, I get you.
You say, oh, my work is in Dangote's office. It's a promotion.
Nice.
It's a branding.
Nice.
Oh, the richest man in Africa. Yes, although we have our works with the richest man in Africa.
Oh, nice.
Equally to Fabua, we did this portrait for him at his 60th birthday through a bank.
Fantastic.
So they are publicity stunts and promotions.
I can imagine that over the lockdown and the pandemic, that while people could not go out and see these artworks, that your platform was actually a very good one for people to come on and experience.
We made sales during the close down.
Exactly.
During the proper close down that nobody moved. We made sales.
Wow.
The sales we made in March last year was higher than sales we made in February. March was when we had the total lockdown. March and April. So we made sales.
Yeah.
But we started delivery after the lockdown.
So I can see that the one factor that has actually made you very, very interesting and very different from the others is the fact that you have this online platform, and it's something that would be advisable for people to actually do if they are in that kind of a business. While I'm not trying to give you competition, but it's just the fact that you have been able to make that extra bit because of the existence of your, first of your logistics and then your online platform, isn't it?
Yes. Equally too, there's a product we're trying to bring in, because at the end of the day, we are promoting Nigerian art. It's called Nigerian Art Mart.
Okay.
Nigerian Art Mart would be a fully online platform, which any gallery that does not have the e-commerce capability, or any artist that does not have the e-commerce capability, because having an e-commerce, you need to have a back-end office, you need to have some things in place.
Yeah.
Shop, 24 hours internet service, 24 hours power supply, 24 hours, a lot of things in place.
So you're going to be that platform.
So we're going to have a Nigerian Art Mart where anybody can come in, any gallery can come in, showcase their work, and equally get promoted.
Julius, fantastic. I didn't make reference to your outfit. Fantastic outfit. I love the beads. And I'm sure if you're an artsy person, you're going to appreciate this as well. And also from the Niger Delta as well. So I really love what it looks like. We, however, would like to appreciate everything that you do. And we have a surprise for you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, it's art in food form.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So let's let you take you to the kitchen where our ladies will take very good care of you. This way, please.
Okay, thank you very much.
Please appreciate this man. He sells art 5 million naira worth.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you, everybody.
Please take a seat. Please take a seat.
Merci beaucoup.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so today's chef is Chef Lenny. You should take a break. We need people to meet you. Chef Lenny is of Lenny's Bites and Blends, and he's made breakfast for us. Tell us about breakfast.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so chicken tortilla wraps. We have the tortilla, the chicken breast, the sausages.
Dig in. It's all yours.
I
Dig
mean,
in.
enjoy.
We'd like to know your opinion.
Yeah, we'd like to get a review.
Okay.
Sorry, it looks a bit.
Okay.
It looks very rich.
It looks rich.
Amazing.
It
It looks
is.
very rich.
It looks
And
amazing.
it's healthy too.
So let me see.
All right.
So when you finish
Honestly.
the mouthful, I'm going to ask you how much this work of art would cost.
Nice one. Nice one.
Actually, I'm not a breakfast person.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I take drinks
In the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah.
What kind of drinks?
Evening. Malt.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we should switch to smoothies.
That's the first time I'm hearing that.
You need to switch to smoothie,
Yeah,
something
I
with
equally do that
veggies.
too, huh?
Yeah.
I do that too. I make my smoothies in-house.
Okay.
I blend it and I take it. So I have them refrigerated. So I'm a liquid person.
I think we need to.
You still haven't told me how much it will cost. How much can I sell this if I bring it to your art gallery?
Like this full one.
I do art valuation and marketing. Not food.
Okay.
But for Lenny, and let's do this on 50K.
50K.
Sorry, this is Chef Mary.
Wow.
What are you still doing here?
You pushed that.
This is Chef Mary, and I'm about to sell this for 150,000.
Wow, they're
Going,
negotiating. Gone.
Who is buying now?
Speaking of going, we need to go
you
right
so
now.
much.
We need to wrap it up.
Problem.
Big shout out to everyone who was a part of the show today. It's going to be an amazing week. You need to make sure you join us every single morning. We're going to be back again tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Isn't that right, Mazino?
Oh, yes. I thought you guys
Mazino
forgot
is
about me,
lost
but
in
yes,
thought.
definitely. Join you guys tomorrow. You guys will be welcome. For now, all I'm thinking, wraps.
Yes, sir.
It's not only wraps, it's
Indeed,
wraps.
it is a wrap for today. But
Thank you,
we-
everybody. Thank you, Chef Lenny. Thank you, ladies.
Bye.